What is going on, everybody? It's your friend ShadowXM1. I am back. Oh boy, what a week. Actually, what a couple of weeks. Whew. I actually went to an interview last week, last Tuesday, I think it was, at Ray Corporation, and they seemed to like me. So, cross your fingers, guys. Here's to hoping that maybe this is it. Maybe this is the job that I've been looking for. I mean, I'd have to move to Pryor, but hey, what the hell, man? I mean, if I gotta relocate for a job, I'm gonna have to move anyway. If that wasn't enough, this Thursday they asked me to come back because they had a network problem last week and I didn't get to meet everybody. I got to meet everybody this time. So everybody seemed to like me. We went out to lunch at their this burger joint that they really recommended, and they were right. The burgers were good. The burgers were very good. So he said, just hang in there. I got to talk to my boss about this, and I'll let you know what's going on. As earliest would be around next Monday. Well, next Monday I'll be in Denton with my dad. But hey, good news, bad news, whatever. Yeah, I really won't. If it's good news, hey, great. I get to tell the rest of my relatives on Thanksgiving. If it's bad news, what the hell, screw it. I'm still in Denton with my dad. I get to spend Thanksgiving with my family, so yeah. Anyway, that's what's been going on with me. That's why I've been away from the tube for a while. I do have a Starbound Let's Play that I did, but I think I may redo it because I screwed up on the microphone distance. You can barely hear me. So, and I've been feeling terrible. I think I'm getting me a little bit of a cold. I don't know. I hope not. I took some Dayquil not too long ago, so also went with my dad today. We got the car washed and all to go to Denton this next week, and we also went to go see Ghostbusters Afterlife. All I gotta say is, don't believe anything those idiot critics are telling you. Go and see it. It was amazing. It was phenomenal. It was great. It was great. There's a lot. I'm not to spoil anything because, this won't spoil anything. All I'm going to say is don't leave when the credits roll, okay? Don't leave. Don't leave. You're going to miss two big teasers or two big surprises at the end, okay? Now, they may not be much, but I thought they were cool. I thought they were great. The first one was hilarious, and the second one was great. So, if you go and see Ghostbusters Afterlife, stay for the entire ending. Don't get up when the credits roll, okay? Alright? Okay, that's all I gotta say about that. Okay, I'm resting right now because, let's face it, that has been a day. I'm also happy because our boys won. The Sooners won. The Sooners won barely, but they won. They beat Iowa State, so okay. Well, I was going to do a reaction video to Idiots in Cars 5 through 8, but YouTube slapped a little copyright warning on my video. Imagine that. Idiots in Cars. There were copyright claims on the video. So I basically was like, okay, screw you, YouTube, and decided to delete that video. So I'm going to do a reaction video here real quick to Chills to one of the new Chills and one of the new Sir Spooks videos that we have on YouTube. And yes, I will leave a link to the original videos in the description box below so you can watch it without my commentary. After that, we're going to watch King Kong vs. Godzilla, hosted by Svengoolie on MeTV. And I'm going to be making some cookies too, so yeah. It's past time. It's the holidays, so my dad and I should probably be at the gym working out, but fuck that. So, anyway, here we go. Here's the first one by Mr. Chills. This is the top 10 scary videos that cause sleep deprivation. Oh, great. Wonderful. I've got enough sleep deprivation as it is. Alright, well, you guys ready? I think I am, barely. And away we go. Ooh. Ew. What the hell? Ooh.
If insomnia is what you're after, then this list was made for you.
Ooh.
These are the top 10 scary videos that cause sleep deprivation. Ooh. Number 10, Creepy Crawler, a body the shape of a football, over a dozen legs, a vertical ascent up a wall, published by Carnage Bred Human in September of 2021. This creepy creature is a new one for the books, looking somewhat like a turtle with a shell-like body. The mysterious unknown critter's many legs end in little balls for feet. The thing keeps pumping up and down on the wall, pulsating as though it's doing push-ups or breathing heavily. This creepy clip has many in the comments scratching their heads. Some think it's an extraterrestrial or a demon that eats human souls. Others think it's a bug. If so, it's an enormous one. Danae Lillyquist simply advises, nope, 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 run. I think I'll take that advice.
Really? Seriously? Don't you guys know CGI when you see it? Come on, guys. Really? Really? Seriously? Come on. Oh, boy. Alright, let's look at this. Alright, okay, let's look at this. Turn Chills down. Okay, look at this. You can easily see, I mean, granted, yeah, it has a shadow. They did a great job with the shadows, but look! The way it acts and all. It's CGI. Yeah, it's CGI, guys. I mean, it was done by a very talented 3D modeler and animator, but it's still just CGI. That's all. Alright, moving on.
Number 9, Tennis Ghost. The tennis world better watch out. There's a new tennis pro in town and it's supernatural. Published by T-Virals in September of 2020. This paranormal activity happened in front of hundreds of spectators at a tennis match. As a player volleys the ball to serve, a small dark figure can be seen moving behind the net. It runs past and then disappears when the ball hits the net right in front of it. Well, no one seems to notice on the court or in the stands at this venue. The camera captures what they cannot see. Can you see it? What do you think it could be? I've never heard of a tennis court being haunted before, but that seems to be what we're dealing with here. Nope.
Interesting that, I mean, look, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. She serves the ball, and right at the time she serves the ball, it hits right there where and it disappears. It disappears. I think she saw it. And I don't know, maybe she wanted to make sure it was real or not. So she served the ball deliberately in its direction. Or maybe she just messed up. I don't know. I mean, it might be fake. It might be fake. I remember Art of Kicks's lecture about the video cameras, especially those outside, and you have video glitching anomalies. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
Being haunted before, but that seems to be what we're dealing with here. Number 8, narrow escape. Do you want to sleep tonight? Then lock your doors before you watch this next video. Even if you're aware of your surroundings, sometimes evil is lurking just around the corner, out of sight. This 50-year-old woman learned that lesson the hard way. She was simply entering her Bronx apartment when a creepy stalker sprang out of nowhere to try and break in. The scary moment was captured on security camera early in the morning of September 2021. After struggling with her keys momentarily, the woman managed to slip inside her home. Seconds before the man tore around the corner and raced up to the door, the woman seemed to know she was being stalked as she glanced down the hallway before fleeing inside and closing the door just in time.
Wow. Now that I'll believe. That I can believe. Because there are people that are sick enough to try something like this. Yeah. She got lucky. She got very lucky.
Trying to catch the door before it shut, the stalker attempted to force his way in, yanking on the doorknob and then ringing the doorbell just after the woman entered. He stood in the hallway for a time and appeared to be angry. A moment later, he left. Police put out a $3,500 reward in the hopes of catching the man who is suspected. Just another reason not to get any sleep tonight. Number 7.
Yeah, that I can believe. That I can believe. There are people out there that are that sick that they would try anything like that. So yeah, okay. Next one.
Then, in the classroom, schools are often haunting places at night, and this one is no exception. Published by The Bottom Line in June of 2020, this scary video is trending in the Hindi-speaking YouTube community. The creepy footage shows some teenage boys wandering around a school at night. They're clearly not meant to be there. As they walk along the second floor, the lights in a room across the courtyard start flickering on and off. They then turn off altogether, and the door to the classroom flies open. Instead of running away from the room, they run toward it. That's why things start to get wild. Chairs are tossed unceremoniously out of 2 separate doors. This scary circumstance causes the boys to flee as fast as they can. One chair is even thrown into the courtyard below. Who forces this? They continue racing away and arrive at a corner. A couple of objects in the corner jump into the air, causing them to turn around again and hesitate for a moment before deciding to brave the corner anyway. After all, whatever is chasing them must be worse than whatever this is. They race off into the darkness, hearing female screams behind them. But they don't look back, only ahead until they're safely off of the school grounds. They made it out alive this time, but only just.
Ooh.
But they don't look back, only ahead until they're safely off of the school grounds.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Made it out alive this time, but only just.
That's very creepy. Now, okay, now let's see here.
The reason not to get any sleep tonight.
Alright, let's look at this. Sorry, Chills, but yeah, they're fooling around. Now, you guys know you're not supposed to be here after dark. Even got the dog with them, or the cat. Okay, now that could be a couple of their friends or a couple of other pranksters across the way flicking the light switches off and on, off and on. And somebody could have kicked the door open. Somebody could have thrown the chairs out. You know, one prankster throw the chair out. The other prankster throw the chair out. Yeah. You're supposed to hear women screaming. Yeah, it's probably the teachers. Now, it might be the teachers giving them a good scare, telling them to never try that again. Maybe nothing paranormal at all. Yeah.
But they don't look back, only ahead until they're safely off of the school grounds. They made it out alive this time.
Ooh.
Just
Now that could have been somebody in a mask. That could have been somebody in a mask. I will admit that. Now maybe not. Now I say it could be fake. It could be the prank. It could be the trespassers getting pranked by some of the teaching staff or some of the security guards or somebody else there who's claimed that stomping ground as their own, even though it's a school. Then again, it could be real paranormal. It could be real paranormal activity. I don't know. That's I'm still scratching my head over that. Now that could have been a person in the mask. That last picture. Then again, it may not have been a person in a mask. I don't know.
Number 6, knock knock. Locals in this town in the Philippines claim to have experienced a knocking on their doors at midnight. What they found knocking on their door will make you lock yours. Published in April of 2021, this scary video captures another unknown creature, this one seemingly trying to get inside. As something rattles the door, a boy goes to scream out the window. The neighborhood dogs start barking as he continues to holler, waking all of the neighborhood up. The boy panics and seems to be in distress. He indeed riles everyone up, as soon as they're all shouting outside, clearly disturbed about something. But what? And that's when you see it. This creepy creature is spotlighted by numerous flashlights from those who are out to capture him. The creature appears humanoid and flesh-colored as it perches on a nearby roof. It causes great mayhem in this small village, but doesn't stick around for long. What do you think he is? Whatever it is, we wouldn't dare answer the door.
Probably a burglar. Or somebody high on something. Thinking they're getting their kicks about terrorizing people. I don't know. Then again, it could be. No, I think it's a person. I think it's a person that's high on something, or he's drunk, and they just decide to terrorize the neighborhood.
Number 5, Peking Poltergeist. Now you see it, now you don't. Posted on the r/ghosts subreddit by Ale Oops. This terrifying footage was captured on a security camera at 1 in the morning in May of 2019. Watch the doorway straight on. As time ticks past in the darkness, a figure in white slides into view in the doorway and then moves back. For the rest of the video, the doorway remains empty. The Redditor asks, how can you debunk this? As you may have guessed, countless Redditors try to. Esther Lane explains her theory, saying it looks like a child was heading out the door but decided to retreat. The Redditor says the family has no children and no one was home at the time. He also adds that his friend never experienced any paranormal activity in the home, but there was a negative feeling there. Others think someone broke into the home, and this camera may simply be low quality and unable to capture things clearly in low light. So the usual suspects. What do you believe? My hunch is that this footage is paranormal.
I don't know. I kind of want to agree with what Chills said before. And it's probably somebody that broke in, and it's just bad video. It's a video anomaly.
Number 4, Demon House. This demon desperately wants you to take his phone call. Published in October of 2021 by Dark Ghost Paranormal. A Russian paranormal explorer by the name of Dennis installed cameras in a house that is reported to be possessed by demons. Here's what he found.
A house possessed by demons, and you're going there. You're an idiot. I would not go anywhere near a house or a place infested by demons, or possessed by demons, or inhabited by demons. They are the bullies of the paranormal. They are the bullies of the paranormal world. Their job is to make your life a living hell. They're just like at school. They are basically the bullies. They are the biggest bullies you will ever come across. Why would you want to go to a house that is infested by them? Oh, gosh.
Dennis is touring the demon house when a phone starts to ring.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's in that moldy old box. It's in that box for a reason.
He arrives at an old rotary dial phone inside a metal box. How is it ringing? It doesn't even look plugged into anything. He lets the lid close as it continues to ring. He later lifts the phone off the hook.
It's still ringing.
And it still rings incessantly. No one is on the other end. Shortly after, another phone, this one with push buttons, starts ringing in another room.
Oh, man.
The phone is off the hook already, but it rings steadily. It sits in a torn cupboard box beneath a table. Again, the phone doesn't seem to be connected to anything, and yet it continues to ring demonically. Dennis leaves for another room, where there's a third phone sitting on the table. It's a red rotary-style phone. The phone from the other room continues to ring, but this one doesn't ring yet. After a time, the third phone starts up. This one's cord is obviously cut off, so who exactly is getting through on this thing? When he picks up the phone, spooky carnival music is heard on the other end. It sounds like a creepy funhouse mirror nightmare is happening inside this phone. After a while, the music stops and Dennis hangs up. That's when things start getting even creepier than phones ringing incessantly. A chair moves on its own next to the desk upon which the phone sits. Then the drawers from a nearby kitchen cupboard come flying out. Seen from another angle, the cupboard wobbles back and forth roughly before this happens. In another room, Dennis discovers where the carnival-like music is coming from. It's the push-button phones sitting in a cupboard box off the hook again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Dude, get out of there. Get out of there. Now.
If you're not going to answer, the least you could do is pretend you're not home. Number 3. Hey, this ghost child just wants recognition. Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit by Blonde with a Scary House. This recording was taken in a bedroom at nearly 8 a.m. in mid-October 2020. Though there's no one in the room, you can hear a mysterious childlike voice whisper, "Hey." A second camera in the kitchen captures a strange semi-transparent form near the counter at around 3 a.m. The figure is the height of a child. It appears and quickly disappears in a blink. Is this the childlike figure who is trying to communicate with the living? Some think it's an out-of-frame light source, like a passing car, but coupled with a disembodied voice. I'm not sure what to believe. Number 2.
I don't know about that. That might be a ghost. Especially if you also get an EVP, too. Yeah.
I'm not sure what to believe. Number 2, hat drop. A poltergeist walks into a bar and walks out with a baseball cap. Published to its rating babies in October of 2021. This man was working at Wolfden Brewing when he captured ghost activity on CCTV. He explains in the video that while helping a customer, a hat, which was a piece of merchandise, mysteriously fell off the wall. In the clip, before you see the hat fall, you see some strange movements in the light of the window. As the strange movement travels up the stairs, you can see it shift the light in the stairwell window as well. It's almost like the video becomes wobbly and out of focus, but only in this area up the stairwell. The man says it seems like the camera is bending, and the hat appears to jump off the hook rather than fall. Is this just a trick of the light, or a shapeshifter? Whatever it is, it's clearly struggling to pick up this hat.
Yeah, that is weird. Because, I mean, look at this. Yeah, you can see the ripple. Yeah, you can see the ripple effect. I don't know, guys. No, that looks real. That looks like it might be real. I don't know. Alright. Sorry about that.
Number 1, hallway haunting. A YouTuber in the comments of the following video claims to have some backstory on the uploader. James McLean. Logical Velocity writes that James was his good friend. According to Velocity, when James was in his 20s, a good friend passed away in the home this video was filmed in. James and his mother continued to live in the trailer that often experienced odd happenings. He would dream his friend was sitting on the bed and they'd have conversations. The home also had a peeker ghost, the type that you might catch out of the corner of your eye around corners. The peeker poltergeist would also bang things around and cause a lot of racket. According to Logical Velocity, James passed away in this house in 2019 at the age of 40. If this is all true, it certainly sets the scene for this creepy video, published by James McLean in July of 2014. James says in the clip that he's been hearing things in the hallway all night. He walks past the hallway, but there's nothing there. He then enters the kitchen for a moment and then back to the hallway. That's when you start hearing a guitar being strummed. He walks down the hallway and shouts hello to whatever ghost musician might be tuning his guitar. The strumming immediately stops, but as he backs away, a picture frame on the wall falls to the floor. Something beside it also falls, hitting another picture frame askew on the floor before falling to the floor.
Oh, yeah.
James continues to back away in a panic, and we assume the poltergeist activity is over. Or if Velocity's story is correct, then it's just begun. Are you in search of a treasure trove of scary videos? Well then get ready, because this top 10 list will shiver your timbers.
Man. I don't know. That looked real too. For some of those, I gotta say, some of those did not look that convincing. I'm sorry, guys. I know, I didn't. It didn't. Let's see. What was that? What was that? I saw some spooks a while ago. Saw that he had... Maybe it was Frostmare. I don't know. There we go. Oh yeah, top 5 scary videos that you can't watch at night. Yeah. Tell you what, let's watch this, and then I'll upload this in a little while. But we'll watch this, and then I gotta go. I've got a really bad Godzilla vs. King Kong movie to watch with Spence Gooley and my dad, and I've got cookies to make. So, okay, the top 5 scary videos you can't watch at night. And away we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll
Shout out
take
to
a
Sir
look at the top
Spooks.
5 scary videos you can't watch at night. Today's video is sponsored by Hunter Killer.
Oh,
Weather is starting to
yeah.
get colder, and I'm needing to figure out more things to keep me
I
inside.
would really like to
Fall,
try
I'll be
this.
looking forward to cuddling up with some blood orange gin and tonic on the couch and solving
I'd love to
murder
try
mystery. But
doing
Hunter
one of
Killer isn't
these
just
with my
about
dad.
solving murder. This game creates an ongoing narrative. You'll learn about the backstories for each of the suspects, their complicated relationships to the victim, and watch a story unfold as you complete each episode or box. And Hunter Killer keeps growing. They have 100,000 active subscribers and over 2,000 5-star reviews. I love all the clues that come with the boxes, as they all seem so authentic and high quality. It's like stepping inside a crime thriller where you're the detective trying to solve the mystery. Hunter Killer is something I'd recommend to anyone interested in true crime. Right now you can go to hunterkiller.com/Sir Spooks and use Sir Spooks for $10 off your purchase. Again, make sure to use Sir Spooks for a $10 discount.
Yeah, you guys are interested in that? There you go. There you go. Be sure and like he said, be sure and use the code for a $10 discount. Yeah, I've been wanting to maybe try this one of these days. See what this is like. And like he'll probably say in a little bit, every one of these that you pay for, that goes to the cold case fund to help the government and the police and Interpol and people like that solve old cases.
Do you have what it takes to hunt a killer?
I guess he didn't. Okay. Yes, he wasn't going to show that.
Adventure Dax Explores is a smaller YouTube channel that focuses on Dax as he ventures out to a wide variety of abandoned and allegedly haunted buildings from all around the world to document his interesting and oftentimes chilling discoveries for subscribers to see. In this video that was uploaded to his channel in October of 2021, Dax is walking through an abandoned hospital, which proves to be quite eerie if you're not to see. Dax encounters a wide variety of terrifying things throughout the night, including hearing some strange animalistic noises, a man's eerie sounding voice, and even an unsettling humming noise toward the end. Have a look and see these terrifying moments for yourself.
What was that? Well, like somebody opened a squeaky door. Beware of ghosts.
Beware of Ghost, November 1, 1988. Naramdaman ako dito. Oh!
Ooh!
Tao dyan? Tao dyan? Isa to guys sa pinaka-haunted na lugar dito sa Pilipinas, itong Clark Abandoned Hospital.
Excuse me.
And guys, pag may nakita kayo, may narinig kayo, comment nyo lang sa comment section guys. Oh! Ano yan? Tao dyan?
What could these strange noises be coming from? The comment section is pretty divided, with many being absolutely certain that this is the result of some paranormal entity, whereas others are not too sure about that, stating that it could either be a big setup or another person is in the building with him. But what do you think? Is this real or fake? Let me know all of your opinions in the comment section down below, as always. One thing's for sure, Dax will not want to be exploring this hospital again anytime soon.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have to go with Jason and Grant of Ghost Hunters. One of the cardinal rules of ghost hunting is nobody goes anywhere at any time alone. You always have somebody with you. That's kind of why I'm not too fond of Zach, Nick, and Aaron of Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventurers. Excuse me. I mean, I know Nick really isn't with them anymore, but he has his own show. But with Ghost Adventures, that's why I don't really care too much for them. They seem to be in it more for the drama. They'll sit in a place alone, which is not a good thing. Whether it's paranormal or if it's in a place that's very dangerous, and you might end up getting yourself hurt. If you end up getting yourself hurt and you're all alone, that's not good. It's not good, guys. With Jason and Grant's rule, you always have somebody with you. At least you have somebody with you, and if something happens to you, they can at least try and help you out. You always go together. You always at least bring one person with you. So, yeah. Okay.
Reddit is an extremely vast space on the internet, and you're almost always going to find some strange, unsettling,
Hardly
and
ever been to it.
downright terrifying things if you look hard enough. After all, there are many thousands of subreddits out there, meaning that there are most certainly a plethora of ones that are specifically designed to frighten you. One of these is undoubtedly Cursed Videos, which is pretty much exactly how it sounds.
Wonderful.
It's a subreddit dedicated to showcasing videos that are allegedly cursed. This video, published to the subreddit by user Camelina02, was filmed in what is presumably the uploader's bedroom. He starts off by showing a floor vent, which is pretty common in many households, but it's what's inside that is genuinely terrifying. Take a look. At first, the vent looks to be completely empty, but then, just a few seconds later, a mysterious creature appears out of nowhere and seems to twist its head, which audibly freaks out the uploader. Because the video is so short, it's not clear exactly what happened directly following the recording of this footage. But let's just hope that he called in somebody to come in and take a look, and hopefully
What
it
is
isn't
that?
anything sinister.
Hopefully it's just a pest, but whoa. I mean, just seeing something moving in your vents, that's enough to send chills down anybody's spine.
Another video on the Cursed Video subreddit. This one was uploaded 2 months
Another
ago
one.
and was filmed in what appears to be some sort of bizarre basement-like area, as the videographer is shrouded in complete and utter darkness. If that wasn't creepy enough, the area that he's standing in certainly is. Everything appears to have seen significantly better days. As he pans the camera around himself, he suddenly notices something that absolutely petrifies him.
Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ah! Guys, wow dah jom.
A
Zip.
mysterious ghostly woman appears out of nowhere far down the other side of the room, which causes the videographer to panic, before he can then only stand complete shock and awe. Then, just seconds later, this bizarre entity can be seen levitating upward and passing right through the ceiling, which only causes the videographer to be even more terrified,
Whoa.
letting out a guttural
Oh,
scream of
yeah.
horror. As with almost every video that is uploaded to this subreddit, the origins of this piece of footage are left unknown. The only thing we have to judge it by is just the footage itself, no context or any other additional information. So what do you think happened here? Is this actual footage of a ghostly woman levitating and flying through a ceiling? Is this just an excellent case of brilliant visual effects? Let me know in the comments.
If it is, then I'm wondering what he or she is doing being just an amateur and why they're not in 3D modeling class or effects or special effects school learning how to be a professional for the movies or video games. That's pretty impressive if that's CGI. Well, you missing your calling, fella or lady.
The Paranormies are a popular YouTube channel that sees the titular paranormal investigative group heading out to various different places that are said to be haunted. In this particular video that was uploaded in November of 2021, the Paranormies head out to a house that is, you guessed it, supposedly haunted. When they take a stroll through the interior, it is abundantly clear that the place has seen better days, and the sheer lack of sound alone would make most people who dare venture inside change their minds instantly. But not the Paranormies. At around the 6-minute mark, one of the crew members notices something rather disturbing in an adjacent room.
What's that?
Hang on, guys. Oh, man. Sorry about that.
Dead bird. You never said anything about the bird and stuff in here.
It's gross. Get out.
I'm gonna touch it.
It's in toilet paper.
Ooh, a dead bird. Ew. Yeah, dude, get some toilet paper. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, just get a paper towel or some toilet paper or something, dude.
Gets into the basement?
Later on, the group heads upstairs to conduct their investigation a bit further, which is when they hear something that practically freezes them in complete shock and awe.
Who's that?
You heard something?
Who's that?
You heard something?
Yeah, you hear that.
You heard something?
About 15 minutes later, they decide to set up a laser grid device to help see if there's anything malevolent in the room, as well as an EVP device. The results that they get is nothing short of chilling.
Even when I said, okay, it did RAC, am I okay? Like, thank you. Like, I need you now. Keep going. Whoa, shit. Where do you see our
A shadow.
Really? Rachel, are you
Right
here?
from here, this way? Like over this way or that way? Oh god. That was me.
I had no idea what Johnny saw. He was standing in the kitchen, I was standing on the landing.
I couldn't
We were
see
just
anything
talking about
either.
our Ouija board results, and he just took off like a bat out of hell at something in the living room. Yeah.
And even halfway through Rachel, but it would stop like between the letters.
Even when I said, okay, it did RAC, am I okay? Like, thank you. Like, I need you now. Keep going. Whoa, shit.
Ooh. Ooh.
At this point, things are definitely starting to escalate for the group, but nevertheless, they decide to press on and move down to the basement, which proves to be just as creepy, if not creepier, than the upstairs floor. It doesn't take long for them to hear some strange noises once again, as well as notice a bit of bizarre activity coming from the REM pod devices that they set up in the area. Take a look.
You heard that?
Periodical.
What does that mean?
Periodical?
You said that?
Is there something from the room?
You heard that? Footsteps upstairs?
Heard it.
Ooh.
Just about a minute later, one of the men, Johnny, begins to hear mysterious tapping-like noise coming from the kitchen while using a Ouija board. When he goes to investigate,
no.
something truly eerie happens.
Number one, guys, for your own sake, don't ever, ever mess with a Ouija board. Even if you know what you're doing, stay away from those things. It's not a game. It's a serious practice. You are the conduit, and you never know what you're going to summon. It may just be a spirit, or it may turn out to be a demon that will make your life miserable. You never know. So don't, for your own sake and the sake of your friends, don't ever, ever, ever mess with a Ouija board. Okay? Okay, moving on. Ooh, luck just came on.
Thankfully, after this, Paranormals decide to call it a day and end the investigation, which was probably the wisest decision that they made that day. Who knows what dangers would have awaited them if they decided to stay even a few minutes longer.
Yeah, well, just playing with the Ouija board in a house like that, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Not good at all. Number one.
The following story is a part of the SCP Foundation series and is simply titled Substation 9. The story in question follows an unnamed man who says that he works as a security guard at a facility during the graveyard shift, checking various substations to make sure an OCB hasn't been tripped. He says that the area is a couple thousand acres of woodlands, rivers, and country roads, with the occasional warehouse in a field, and says that calling it remote would not do it justice. Sadly, he explains that the townsfolk were forced to flee after a colossal flood destroyed a large portion of the surrounding area. But as for his job, he explains that he does the exact same thing every single day. Check substations and pumps to make sure they're fully operational and in working order. Some of the tunnels he worked in are centuries old, and the blueprints of which have been destroyed by the devastating flood. Because of this, he says that there is an almost colloquially shared statement that nobody should go inside the basements. Don't wander, don't explore, go down, do your job, and come right back up. No funny business. And one last thing, always bring a backup flashlight just in case your other one dies. Otherwise, you're screwed. The farthest anybody has ever gone in the tunnel is 500 yards, and nobody has any clue as to what lurks even further down than that. It's a complete mystery. For the next little while in this post, the uploader explores the tunnel's conditions and what it's like to be down inside them, stating that all workers must enter with an O2 monitor because they are worried about small pockets of nitrogen that can be hard to detect with the human eye. He also says that a lot of the time, the tunnel often smells horrendous. As for the whole two flashlight thing, the uploader clarifies that once the battery dies on the other, if you don't have a backup, you'll be shrouded in endless miles of darkness with no phone reception. In other words, you may die down there. This is where things start to get interesting. The uploader talks about his co-worker, who he identifies as John, saying that he was a clever man and good for numbers. John kept to himself a lot of the time and was a quiet person who didn't bother anyone. One year, during a thaw, some pumps were getting overwhelmed. Too much water was coming in, and they simply couldn't pump it fast enough. John wanted to hook up some of these old centrifugal pumps that were sitting around in the basements. Although it was a lot of work, John stuck to his plan and hunted down every pump he could find, serviced them, hooked them up with hoses, and managed to keep the substations dry all the way into late spring. A few days after things got under control, the uploader did a swap and ended up coming in during a day shift. When he arrived at the trailer, John's truck and, more importantly, John himself was gone. The latest entry in the job logbook mentioned heading out to check on a sump pump in one of the substations. So, without hesitation, he rallied up a bunch of fellow workers to go into the substations, but they were all baffled when they couldn't find a single trace of John whatsoever, no matter how hard they looked. At one point, the uploader even called the police, but they too couldn't find him. Fast forward 1 year later, another co-worker named Patrice took the uploader aside and showed him something that was found during one of her rounds. A flashlight with dead batteries, tape wrapped around it with John's initials written on it. He goes on to answer some more questions about what he does for work, but one thing truly struck a chord with readers. He says, Patrice said that on at least 3 separate occasions, she has heard something like muffled old-timey radio music playing from below. Months go by, and the uploader says that a co-worker named Ed has shockingly found John's phone. Going through his photos, all look normal and familiar, except for a few places the crew simply did not recognize. Bizarrely, John's phone was found in Substation 9, but the aforementioned logbook did not state that was the substation he was checking on that day. A little later, police were called to do another investigation, and sure enough, they think they found John's body. Here's where it gets really scary. The last post the uploader would ever add onto this story simply reads, "It wasn't John's body." And this is the final video attached to the story, where something truly creepy can be heard.
Whew. Sorry, I'm trying to nod off, guys. I'm just tired.
hope you haven't been following this story at night. Otherwise now you are almost certain to be in bed with the blankets pulled up over your face. Sweet dreams. And that was 5 scary videos you can't watch at night. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. Also, be sure to join my Patreon for some amazing perks. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
What? See what? I didn't see anything. I mean, I know I was nodding off. Sorry, guys, but I didn't see anything. Now, if you guys did, hey, fine. That's fine. I mean, I don't know. Okay, guys, I'll upload this in a little bit. And like I said, I'll leave a link to the original videos in the description box below. You like what you see, hey, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. Now, while you're at it, why don't you go and subscribe to Sir Spooks and Chills channel too. They're good too. Alright, until then, alright, right now, oh yeah, it's 7:17. I'm going to watch King Kong vs. Godzilla with my dad. And I want to make some cookies, so I will see you guys later. See ya.